Hey, I'm at the 2nd and Charles in Gainesville, Florida. Gonna give this one another shot.
Hey, yo, I'm Tim, and it is terrific. I spent some time today in Gainesville, Florida, and after I got done working, because I'm a working man, after I got done with the work, I decided to do a little goofing off. Went by 2nd and Charles in Gainesville, Florida. 2nd and Charles, I've been there a couple times. I haven't had a lot of great luck at really getting cool stuff, getting really awesome stuff at the 2nd and Charles. Stopped in there today and I got some books from my collection and I got some books for reading. So to start with, let me take a look, see a couple of the items I got. A couple of novelizations, a few novelizations. I collect novelizations, by the way, not all of them, but novelizations of movies that I really like. Usually is how it goes, or what have you. But I got this one here. Ever hear of it? It's Godzilla. And I, believe it or not, I didn't have this one. No big surprise. I don't know why you would think I would have it, but I didn't have it. I don't think. I better check. No, I didn't have it. This one is Godzilla, first edition, May 2014. It is a first print. Now, I'm fully aware that a paperback novelization is not usually going to be some big, amazing collector's item. But I am a collector. I collect all kinds of books. And when it comes to books, first editions, first prints tend to excite me. So even though it's a soft cover paperback book that a lot of folks are going to buzz through, throw away, stick in the shelf, put in the closet, give away, it's a novelization of a movie that I like, so I want it on the shelf, and naturally as a book collector I'm going to want a first edition, first print if I can get it. One thing I do understand is that sometimes the covers change as the different print runs go along. Sometimes the first print is so doggone expensive it makes it not worth it for me to buy a first print soft cover. The book Halloween is one example. A first print copy of Halloween in crappy condition may be $400, $500, $600, $800. I don't want to pay that much money for a soft cover book, definitely not one in crappy condition. So I went and got I don't remember what printing it is, a slightly later printing, better shape. It actually had a different artwork on the cover that I liked better. And I paid, I can't remember what I paid for it. Too much, like $50 for it maybe. But they have sold, the exact one I've got has sold for $200. So anyway, not always, but usually I'm going to try to get me a first print. It's a lot of rambling about next to nothing. I guess that's my guilty pleasure. Sorry. The next one, another movie novelization. You ever hear of it? Kong, Skull Island. And I liked this movie as well. Are you a Kong fan or are you a Godzilla fan? That's a Team Kong or Team Godzilla. That's a battle that they tried to get going on to help promote the most recent movie in this series, where the Kong versus Godzilla, or Godzilla versus Kong, whichever one it's called. I got the novelization over there. I can't see it from here. And you wonder why I'm wearing glasses. Me too. I still can't see the junk, even though I got glasses on. Anyway, Kong, Skull Island. And in terms of, are you Team Kong or Team Godzilla? Like many of these things, I like them both. I like to see Kong kicking wholesale, and I like to see Godzilla kicking wholesale. I like to see him raining destruction, romping, stomping, like a monster should be. I'm in. They both are my cup of tea. But again, let me take a look at this page here. This one is first edition, March 2017, and just like I like it, full number line, first print. 2nd and Charles puts their little stickers on, but I find that every time on every book I've bought that had the little sticker, I could get it off with a little care, a little caution, and a little patience. They come off and leaving no residue, no remnants and such as that. So I'm assuming is always a good idea, kids. Always assume. I'm assuming I'll have no problem with this one. The last of my novelizations, the third book in this haul today, is probably my favorite book in this haul as far as book on my shelf. It is The Mummy. And let's see, maybe you remember this movie starring a fellow named Brendan Fraser. He was somewhat popular among the ladies, if I remember right. Let's look in here again. This one printed in the United States of America. It was Berkeley Boulevard edition, first printing May of 1999. And again, there's my number line. Now, this was a movie that I thoroughly enjoyed. Don't hate me because I'm beautiful, and don't hate me because don't hate me because I enjoy corny movies from in some situations. I thoroughly enjoyed this film. I will thoroughly enjoy reading this novelization when I get around to it. I didn't know that some other people tend to like this novelization. I've seen sold items on eBay for this book. After I picked it up, of course, I looked and I saw 30, 40 bucks this book selling for. Go figure. I wouldn't have thought so. I just got it because it was a cool movie. Put it in my cart and I can afford it. I can afford it when they're $2.19. I can afford it. Usually, not always. Usually I can afford it. All right, moving on in my book haul today. I'm going to get to the readers. I got some copies of books that I wanted to read, and the next two are going to be a theme. Maybe you can figure out the theme. I don't know. Two books that I have never read, and the common thread. What's the common thread for these two books? Extra credit if you get it right. Note in the comments there, what is the common thread? I'm going to give you a count of 3, 2, 1. Suntup editions. Suntup editions, I have pre-ordered my Suntup books over there. I've pre-ordered because I got a number guy. I'm a number guy. I got some numbers out there. So I pre-ordered numbered versions of both of these books. Numbered rights holder, whatever they call that deal, where you get to pick your number. You get to buy the book as they come out, and you get to buy your number. However that works. I'm one of them. So these are two books that are coming out that I've already bought and paid for. They haven't been published, put together, built, assembled, slipcased, all that stuff, and shipped yet. But they're coming one of these days to my house. By the time they get here, I want to have read them. So Second and Charles hooked me up with Replay by Ken Grimwood and Butcher Boy. Is anybody out there like Butcher Boy? If there's any Butcher Boy fans in the audience. Hello, is there a Butcher Boy fan in the audience? Let me know. I'd like to know. Because I'd never heard of this book until one day a fella started talking about it. And he started talking about it. And he started talking about it. And I heard him say these two words, Butcher Boy, a bunch of times. I put up with it because I kind of like the guy. But now I'm going to have to read his book. You got me. Jeff, you got me. Hopefully I like it. If I don't, I'm blaming you. If I do, I'm taking all the credit for it because that's what I do. So, starting off my reader copy, Suntup editions, getting ready for what I get. By the way, I don't want to put on airs. If I read either one of these books and I find that I don't really like them, as soon as I get my editions in, I'm probably going to put them up for sale and move them on out. I love Suntup books, but shelf space is at a premium, and I don't really want to keep books that I don't really love. I'm expecting to love them because there's some people that are very passionate about both of these books. So I'm going to give them a fair shake. Going to give them a couple weeks of my time, each one probably, because I'm a slow reader. I might read a book in a couple weeks if I... the next one, I feel so ashamed. I've never read this book. Robert Bloch, Psycho. It was cheap enough, and it's the kind I like, the flexible, soft covers that are not too small, not too big. This is the kind of book I prefer to read if I'm going to read a book, this format, because it's convenient, lightweight. If I mess it up, I don't really care. Whatever. This is what I like to read. And Psycho, the Alfred Hitchcock film, I love. And I love that movie. I've read a little bit about the book, so I kind of know what to expect. Talking about movies, Psycho 2. If you told me today, terrific, you want to watch Psycho or do you want to watch Psycho 2? I'm embarrassed to admit it, but I'm probably going to choose to watch Psycho 2. Now, I've heard that the book Psycho 2 is nothing like the movie Psycho 2. Everybody says that the book Psycho 2 is not so great. But I'm excited to read this one. I picked it up just to put on my stack of books that I got to read. The books that I got to read pile, whatever you call that. And the last one that I picked up, two more random books that I picked up. Robert McCammon, The Queen of Bedlam. This is the second book in the Matthew Corbet series. Speaks the Nightbird is one of my very favorite books that on God's green earth. The Queen of Bedlam is the sequel to that one. And this would be a trade softcover, thick, heavy. I read, I think Speech the Nightbird was 800-ish pages, and Queen of Bedlam is 650-something pages, something like that. It would be 1699, 1700 colonial in the colonies here, and Matthew Corbet is a young fellow who's was working for a magistrate. The magistrate died. Now he's going off on his own. Now he's going off for further adventures. But what he is he's, I compare him a little bit to a Sherlock Holmes, because he's that kind of a guy, that kind of a thinker, that kind of a mind. He's always asking questions. He's always wanting to find the answers to those questions. And the last one I'm holding up in my hand, once again, I'm ashamed that I have not read Ray Bradbury's Something Wicked This Way Comes. Fahrenheit 451 is one of my all-time favorite books. I've got a lot of all-time favorite books, but this one is one that people seem to go nuts over, so I got to read this book. And this one's probably going to be moved up to the closer to the top of the books that got to be read pile, because I'm really looking forward to it. But that's what I got. Exciting to me. I got some books for the shelf, and I got some books for the pile. So this day weren't no waste. And that's really, I got no more lies to say. So say la vie, baby. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo.